sir, Julian Mannion of Viking. I don't know if you remember me, sir. How do you feel being here, Mr. Mugabe? May I just ask you one question, sir? On what basis do you now regard yourself as President of Zimbabwe?
On the same basis as Mr. Brown regards himself as Prime Minister. So, precisely on that basis.
You don't want your security man here to beat me up in front of you, I'm sure.
Yeah, but don't ask stupid questions.
Okay, but then, sir, but say what you would like to say, sir.
Please.
But we are not a British colony.
Come on.
You must know that.
Tell him again.
We are not a British colony.
At that point, I was wrestled away by Zimbabwean and Egyptian security men. But the man who still calls himself President of Zimbabwe had plenty more that he wanted to say.
What have the British to do with Zimbabwe? Who are you? You bloody idiots. Well, the UK is trying to teach us how to run our country. Naturally, we resist that. We do not accept. We are not a British colony any longer. We are not the only developing country with problems. There are many countries with problems. Zimbabwe is far better than the average developing country. You come to Zimbabwe and you will see we are not a collapsing economy. We have difficulties at the moment, but certainly we have a strong asset base and we will not collapse. But when we have difficulties, you see, Britain has no right at all to try and suggest to the rest of the world that we are a failure. Nor have they a right to try and suggest to us what we should do. We are not an extension of Britain, we have said. And so this is the main area of difference between them and ourselves. If there is any country we should now be considered for sanctions, is Britain for interfering in the domestic affairs of Zimbabwe.
Okay, just one more question. Britain also wanted to raise this issue during this summit. Do you think it's appropriate to discuss this?
Well, the British have no standards apparently to guide them, and if they do, they would be misfiring. And since I'm here, I will take care of them. The elections, we've been announcing the stages we're taking. We have a delimitation commission which is working on delimiting the constituencies. As soon as they are through, we will announce the date. But we can announce the date before. But next month, the elections should take place.